What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. All right, check it out, man. Darren Till back in the lights at UFC 248. Maybe, so Dana White, I read in the article, hinted toward Darren Till being at UFC 248 against a big name. Now, when we look at this division, a lot of these guys are tied up with fights coming up, out on injury. At least, when you talk about the top guys, top 5 to 10 guys in the division. So, but for the ones that are available, and Dana White hasn't given any names yet. That's one thing. But for the guys that are available, who can this big name be? One thing for sure, if it's Darren Till against a name bigger than his, it could be another main event card. Could Darren Till possibly be on another main event card? Because when you think about it, his last 2 main event cards he was on, first to Tyron Woodley, he got choked out. He lost that fight. He was on main event that fight. And then he got on another main event card with Jorge Masvidal. And, of course, he lost that fight. He got knocked out in that fight. Jorge Masvidal stopped him in the second round. So, but Darren Till did bounce back, man, in the Kelvin Gastelum fight. And, it was a split decision. And, of course, with split decisions, man, y'all know how that goes. A lot of fans see it a different way. That was his fight. That was his return fight. This was just back in November. That was his return fight to the octagon. And, he wanted split decision, close fight. It was a good fight, but Darren Till was chopping those legs down. He was chopping Kelvin Gastelum's legs down. And that's what he specializes in, Muay Thai kickboxing. He studied over in Brazil in that practice. And, he does a little grappling. And I think you got to be somewhat efficient somehow in grappling and takedown defense when you enter the UFC. You ought to be, because you're going to face that. So he's somewhat skilled in that area, but he specialized in Muay Thai kickboxing, so he's a striker. Whether it be legs or hands, he's a striker. And, losing to Tyron Woodley and Jorge Masvidal is not terrible. I mean, those are his only 2 losses in the UFC, only 2 losses in his MMA career, period. He's had some good fights, like I said, he took out Kelvin Gastelum. He had good fights, and he has been a force since he's been in the UFC. He took out Donald Cerrone, who's getting ready to fight Conor McGregor here soon. So Darren Till, he holds his own in there. Of course, he took his losses to Tyron Woodley, who was actually a champion, and Jorge Masvidal, who I believe will be a future champion. So it's not bad to lose to these 2 guys. So what's next for Darren Till back in the lights at UFC 248? Allegedly, this is what Dana White says. And, Dana White changes like the weather, so we never know. But UFC 248 is a little ways off, and all of that can change. But as of right now, if Dana White's heading towards something, one thing we know about Dana White, he makes the fights, he makes the final call. So I don't think that there's anybody in that division that's going to run from a Till fight. A lot of those guys will probably run toward it. So we may see Till back in the limelight at UFC 248. If he's not the main, he probably will be the very undercard of that. But either way, we'll see him back there, according to Dana White. Just wanted to put that out about Darren Till. And you guys know how I always end this. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.
Shit happens. Niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip. Bitches want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it.